Good Thursday morning to Mr. PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich. This is your outlook for February 13th, 2014, and we have a major nor'easter that is affecting our area today, as you probably are already aware. By the time we're doing the video here, this is the current radar, and I wanted to show you the wide view. We normally get into our coverage area here and just show you what's going on in PA, New Jersey, and Delaware here. Well, just wanted to show you this video here, or the radar here of this very, very wide system here. This is huge, this storm here, and it's very easy to tell this is going to be a big system. And this actually extends, moisture feed from the southern stream actually extends all the way down into Cuba, and it's not showing any returns over Cuba. That's because there are no returns over Cuba. We do not own any radars in Cuba, but you can still see all the way down to the Key West radar here picking up. It's part of the southern stream moisture that's just feeding into the system here, and it's going to produce already a low starting to form here off the South Carolina coast. Is going to move over or just to the west of Cape Hatteras and bomb just to the east or maybe just over Atlantic City, New Jersey. I do think it goes a little bit east of there, but within 50 miles of the coastline, we think, and that's going to allow some very impressive totals here. And we got some snow already moving into our area here at the time this video was recorded. I want to go into the future radar now. We're going to go over to Telecast now, because Telecast has some very good products for future radar here. So we'll use their future radar simulation here, and this matches our current radar pretty close to what we just saw there. I'm going to put this in motion here just to give you an idea of what we're looking at. And we're going to have some very, very heavy snow here in the morning here. It's going to be coming down a bit, at times over 2 inches an hour. A little lull period, and then right at the end here of this loop here, let me get back to it. I'm going to get back to this loop here. I almost had it and stopped it in time, but I didn't. There's going to be a little bit of a lull period in between here where it's going to actually slow down or might even stop. Might even get some sleet and freezing rain when they have that lull period move in here. But then we're going to have some wrap around here, and you can see some very, very heavy snow. All the models are pretty much on lock on this with this back-end snow coming through. We can get some pretty good intense rates here with some insane lift that's going on at this time. So you're going to get some, again, 2 to 3 inch an hour rates at times until this last band moves through here. And it's going to be a very wide and very long, prolonged band then when it does move through. I'm going to go to the NAM high res now. This is also future radar starting up at 2 o'clock here, and then we're going to go up to 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. Look at these returns. It is going to, if you're out at 6 o'clock in the morning here, these areas here from just north of the Lehigh Valley to the southern Poconos all the way down to Lancaster, York, these are our jackpot zones, getting absolutely smoked with 2 to 3 inch per hour rates here all the way into northern New Jersey. So it's going to be coming down probably as hard as you'll ever see it come down in your life. In this time frame here, and that just continues through the morning here. Here's 9, 10 o'clock, and then I'll see what happens here as you get past noon into 1 o'clock here. You get some more spotty stuff here, and that's because most of the energy is headed off the northeast, but you're going to have another band come through here. Not high-res NAM doesn't really show this too well. It does here at the very end here. Here's the now showing here as rain. This is not rain, this is snow, and we're going over some very, very heavy snow. Again, look at these dark returns here. This is as high as it gets on the scale, folks. So this is 2 to 3 inch per hour rates again as this band moves through. It kind of just sits there for several hours until it finally moves out of here as we get into 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning here, and it's finally out. Another simulation here is the HRRR. This is a high-resolution rapid refresh model, and you can see they see this in the morning. This only goes for the morning here, and you can see some very insanely heavy rates of snow from Lancaster all the way up through Allentown into northwest New Jersey. I think that's our jackpot zone here for this storm here. We're going to get some really crazy rates, but you see what happens here. You have a dry slot here at the end here, and I'm going to go 2 frames forward. This is as far as the radar goes here, but you can see what happens here. You have a dry slot that's going to sneak in here and cut off the precipitation, but where that sets up, I'm not sure yet. I think a good bet would be for New Jersey. It might get far enough into eastern PA where it cuts off there as well, like the NAM just showed, and or it might not. I mean, you might just get this dry air that just sneaks in here in New Jersey, and that's it. And then this band here behind it is going to take its time moving in behind it. This is part of the comma head, and we have a low pressure system sitting out here like this, and it's so wrapped up that you actually have this comma head coming up and over top here like this. See this? See this comma? This is what is part of the banding that will come through later in the evening and drop some very intense snowfall rates. Going to go to the RAP, same deal. Here's the morning, getting smoked here. Freezing rain and sleet get up to as far as the Lehigh Valley, and that's it, and cuts off. But you can see the last frame here. We got that little lull period in here, where you have that area of again, you got that dry air coming into the system here. Here's that big comma head. You can clearly see that right here, where the comma head is, and all of this back here is, again, the RAP runs out of range. All of this is poised to come through here, and it's just going to accelerate eastward and just sit on top of eastern PA and New Jersey once we get past this frame and dump some incredibly heavy rates again as we get into Thursday evening. So it's a two-part system. That's the bottom line. You got a big thump until at least noon, maybe into the early afternoon hours. Probably a break from about, say, 1, 2 o'clock all the way up to about 5, 6 o'clock. And then for about 6 or more hours, you're going to have some very heavy snow with that last band coming through in that comma head. And so a lot of people say, well, the back end doesn't normally, snows don't normally work out. And in this case, it will, and that's because of this very, very intense low pressure system that's going to be sitting just to the southeast of Long Island here. It's going to be so wrapped up that it's going to have this moisture plume with a comma head sitting behind it here that's going to push through and give us some very heavy snow behind it. We will be doing nowcasting updates during the day on Thursday. Until then, stay safe. And if you don't have to go to work, don't try to. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Marchers. That is your outlook for February 13th, 2014. Have a great Thursday.